Welcome back to our channel. The topic for today's class is numbers and exponents. Let's start with numbers. Real numbers are numbers which can be plotted on a number line. It includes rational and irrational numbers both. Irrational numbers are A, which are not perfect roots. Example, square root 2, square root 3. B, numbers which are non-terminating and non-repeating after decimal place. Its most common example is pi. Now coming to rational numbers, they also include two types, fractions or decimals and integers. Fractions are numbers which can be written in the form of p over q, that where q is not equals to 0, because in any expression if denominator is equals to 0 then it becomes equals to infinity, which is not defined. Integers are numbers without any decimal place. It includes negative, positive and 0. Negative integers range from -1 to negative infinity. Positive integers range from 1 to infinity. Integers also include two types, whole numbers and natural numbers. Whole numbers range from 0 to infinity, whereas natural numbers range from 1 to infinity. Now let's come to our next topic, which is exponents. So as to explain exponents, let us use an example. If I say I'm multiplying 2 3 times, 2 into 2 into 2, how can I write it in form of exponent? I can say this is 2 raised to the power 3, where 2 is the base and 3 is the exponent. Similarly, if I want to take a variable, I can say x into x into x. It can be written as x cube, where x is the base and 3 is the exponent. Now, let us understand a few rules of exponents. First rule says that if there are two exponential quantities with same base and different exponents and they are in multiplication, then the powers will add up in the result. Let's take an example. Example is x raised to the power 2 into x raised to the power 5. I can write it as x raised to the power 2 plus 5, which is x raised to the power 7. In the similar way, if we say exponential quantities which have same base and different exponents but are in division, then the powers get subtracted. Let us take an example as well. Example, x raised to the power 5 over x raised to the power 2. I can write it as x raised to the power 5 minus 2, which is x cube. Third rule says power of a power. That means if I say x raised to the power a whole raised to the power b, then our result will be x raised to the power a into b. Now let's understand it better with an example. X raised to the power 2 whole raised to power 5. I can write it as x raised to power 2 into 5, which is x raised to the power 10. I hope you're understanding the rules so far. So, with that, let's move to the next rule, which is x raised to the power 0, that is equals to 1. Any exponential quantity with a power equals to 0 is always equals to 1. Let's take example. X into y whole raised to the power 0 is equals to 1. So the next rule says if the base is negative, base of our exponential quantity is negative, minus x whole raised to the power a. Then I can write it as minus 1 whole raised to the power a into x raised to the power a. That means our result will be a positive expression if exponent is even, and our result will be a negative quantity if exponent is odd. Let's explain this with an example as well. Coming to the example, if I say minus x raised to the power 5, this can be written as minus 1 raised to the power 5 into x raised to the power 5, which is minus x raised to the power 5. We can see that yes, our result is negative. If I say minus x raised to the power 2, then I can write it as minus 1 raised to the power 2 into x raised to power 2. In this, the result will be x raised to the power 2. So that means I can say we're getting a positive expression, right? Absolutely right. Now coming to our last rule. Last rule says, what if the power is negative? X raised to the power negative a. We can write this as 1 over x raised to the power a. That means if in our expression the power is negative, the expression will get reversed. Let's take an example for the same. X raised to the power negative 5. If I want to make the power positive, I can write it as 1 over x raised to the power 5. Let's take another example for the same. 1 over x raised to the power negative 2. So as to make the power positive, I can write it as x raised to the power 2. That is it for exponents. I hope you enjoyed the class. Please subscribe to our channel, and if you have any doubts regarding this class, please let me know about those doubts in the comment section below. Thank you.